Hey guys, Axel here for another video that I'm talking about Game of Thrones Kingsroad. I have been playing 40 hours already and I am enjoying the game so far. This is a great game, at least for me. I'm gonna cover my experience on that game. I'm not gonna talk only about the things I love in that game because there are many terrible things that I need to talk about as well, don't worry. So first of all, I'm gonna go through the character creation, talk about the different classes you have. I'm gonna cover the leveling, the progression, the different things you have on the map. I'm gonna talk about the map as well and the different content you have on it, where to get some loot and how does it work, by the way. Let's talk about that because the rates are very, very bad on that game, but I'm gonna talk about that, don't worry. I'm gonna tell you what I know about it. I'm gonna talk quickly about the story, the quest, the main quest, the side quest and stuff like that, the collectibles. So first of all, if you want, let's go on the game and let's start talking about the classes and the character creation. So here I am on the main screen of the game, so you have this choice between 3 different classes. In fact, you can play them all. As you can see, my Knight is level 22, this is my main class, my Assassin is level 4 at the moment, and I haven't played the Sellsword. So what I know about the different classes is that the main one, the Knight one in the middle, is more a defensive class. You're gonna have skills enhancing your parry and guard stuff, you can control the enemies with some knockbacks and stuff like that. So this is more a defensive and control class. On the right, this is more a DPS oriented class. You are gonna have fast attacks with some daggers, and this is the main DPS, I suppose. And on the left, that class is more versatile. You have more skills on melee combat and distance combat with your axes that you can throw to the targets. So this is what I know about the different classes, but as my main is a Knight level 22 and as I haven't tried that much the other classes yet, I can't give you more details about it. But in game, they have the same trait tree, in fact. So only the skills are gonna differ. So now let's talk about the character creation. When you select a character, it doesn't matter the class, you can select the gender, woman or man, so I'm gonna go with the man here. Be careful because after creating your first character, if you create another character, you have that button in the bottom right corner, and if you click on it, it's just gonna end directly the character creation. And there is nothing at the moment to reset your character, not even anything in the shop to buy to reset your character, so be careful. I fucked up with my assassin, I just did that section here and I clicked here just thinking that it was to accept my changes, but in fact that was not. So be really careful. So first of all, here you have some presets that you can choose if you are lazy or just if you want to start with that preset and then customize the thing. So you have face preset here. You can select the skin tone, select the one you want, the saturation as well. You can put some shit on your character. And then this is the best part of it. So look at that, very, very detailed. You can change everything you want in detail, and I freaking do love that. For a future mobile game, this is great. So you can change that. You have the details here on the right if you want to change that with the bars. So you can select that, whatever part of the face you want to change, and this is pretty detailed, so I do love that. The mouth, the chin and everything you want. Then once it's done, you have some fails details. You can add some scars as you wish, so this is pretty cool. The eyebrows, you can change the eyebrows, of course. You can change the bird if you want to have one or not. You can change the color, the length of the bird. The eyes, you can change the eye type. You can change the color of the iris and the iris size. Then you have more haircuts here. Don't know if they are planning to add some more in the future with some cosmetics that you can buy in the shop though. So you can change the color as well. You can select the voice you want.
I'm here to put things are worse. You don't have to. I'm here to put.
Two different voices. And so this is basically what you can change on your character. Love the face, by the way. So you can select the outfit you want to start the game with. So you have this one, you have this one as well, pretty good looking. So select the one you want. Okay, so I'm not gonna continue that, I'm gonna go on my other characters. So, the thing you need to know about the different classes, you are sharing some items. You are sharing your inventory, so you are sharing your artifacts, you are sharing your jewelry. You know, I'm just gonna go through in the game and I'm gonna explain that to you, it's gonna be easier. Okay, so here I am on my main character. So the first thing, I want to open the inventory. The menu, I want to go on my equipment. I'm going to first talk about my equipment. So you have two categories. You have the gear you have on the left and you have the jewelry on the right and the costume, but the costume is not adding any stats to you. These are just things that you can acquire through different things in game and through the shop as well. I'm going to talk about the shop right after. So here on the right, you have the jewelry. You can craft these and you can equip that on all your different characters. You have no lock at all. So if you want to start with one character, do some progression and then restart with another character, you can access directly your best jewelry on your next characters, on your next classes you're going to play. And so they are going to have an advantage because, for example, this one is going to increase the attack power, so your damage, your defense, and give more stats as well. So the early game is going to be easier with your second classes and your third one even easier normally. So then you have the gear on the left, okay? These are locked to your class. For example, that greatsword is Knigth exclusive as it is written here. And this one, these daggers are assassin exclusive. So, which means that if you can acquire a very rare piece of gear, you won't be able to equip it on your other classes, okay? This is very important because the rates to acquire the materials to craft rare weapons and gear are really, really low, so you need to know about that. So on your gear, you have different tiers, you have different rarities and different sets. So let's first talk about the tier. For now, for that, it's going to be easier if I go through my collections. So you have the different sets here, and if I go here, you can see the different tiers, the rarities for your weapons and gear. For example, you start with the tier number 1, and this is the power you're going to have. Between 26 and 34 attacks, these are the rolls that you can proc on your weapons. The maximum can be 34 on this one. Tier 2 is gonna give to you a 52, between 52 and 68, and etc. Okay, so the higher the tier, the more the damage. And same for the rarity. For example, if I take this one, tier 1, it's giving to me between 26 and 34, and the next rarity is giving to me more stats. And another substat later here after reforging the weapon. This is what the rarity involves on your gear, okay? You have the same on your helmets, on your chest, and on the other things as well. And then you have the set, okay? The set here, you can click there to check the detail. For example, this is the basic set that we get early. It's giving to you more attack power when you are using active skills, and it's increasing your rage gain. The range is your mana in that game, the thing that accumulates when you are doing some attacks to land your skills later. So 3 pieces of gear of that set equipped on your character, and you are going to unlock that effect. 5 sets, you are going to unlock the second effect here. So you have different sets. For example, if I go on the brute one, if I check that, with 3 pieces of gear, increases damage dealt to enemies and decreases damage taken from enemies, limits the usable amount of HP. I don't know exactly what it means here, but increases the damage dealt to enemies and decreases the damage taken from enemies, and then it recovers HP upon defeating an enemy. The sets have a really big importance. I unlocked the expedition beyond the wall, and here in that content you can't use your potions. So being able to recover some HP after killing some enemies can be very nice for that content, I guess. At the moment I'm using the Sentinel because this is great for my class, because here it's allowing me with 5 sets to withstand enemies' devastating attacks. You have 3 different types of attacks. You have the basic ones, you have the which ones I call the yellow ones. You are gonna have a yellow light on the eye of the enemy before releasing the skill. So normally you can't guard that or you can't parry that. But if you have the Sentinel 5 sets here, you can do that, okay? And then you have the red ones, the heavier attacks coming from the enemy. You can't parry or guard them. Whatever the set you are using, you need to dodge them. I'm gonna talk about the combat system right after. So these are the sets. So now let's talk about the Reforge. You unlock a bit later after starting the game the Forge and the Messenger Raven, so I can access it directly through here. So you can craft some equipment here from different rarities, but you are gonna need different materials. I'm gonna talk about that a bit later, how to acquire these rare materials. These are really hard to obtain. You have another section here, the Reforge equipment section. So if you have twice the item, doesn't care about the set, but the item with the same tier and the same rarity, you can reforge the item. So I reforged that weapon one time already. So I have these 2 extra effects given to my character, and if I reforge another time, I'm gonna unlock another effect here. But I can't reforge that piece of gear yet because I don't have any other weapon with the same tier and the same rarity. You can do that for your defensive gear as well. I can't show that to you here, I don't have any to do so. So the higher the rarity, the more the times you can reforge it. So 1 time with the blue, 2 times with the purple, and 3 times with the legendary. If you don't like the effects you have later, you can reforge your gear using some of these that you can get through the different events and content in the game, or that you can buy through the shop. I'm gonna talk about the shop and the pay to win aspect a bit later. And you can just randomize the substat again. Try to get the things you want. And this is great because sometimes, let me just show you the weapon I have equipped. This one applies not only extra stats, but extra effects to the skills you might want to use. For example, that weapon is enhancing armed conflict +2 to my ignite weapon skill. There is the collection, so you can get some rewards here, some copper for example, this is the main currency, or you can get some golden dragon, the secondary currency, or more things here. And by the way, you can acquire some of these, but you need to unlock every single item from the tier and the rarity 1 time to get these, okay? But this is very nice, and there is another thing that you need to unlock, the set research, so you can have some extra stats on your character and more momentum. For example, if you go here, don't throw away or sell your gear. Use your gear to increase the level of your set research keys here. You are gonna have a ton of extra stats, and will unlock as well more sets on your sets, more effects on your sets. For example, secondary set effect level 1 here when you reach the level 10 on the set. This is very important. So you have some bonuses, for example, there, because I reforged it a bit earlier, so it's gonna provide to me more stuff. Or if it is from the right set, you're gonna have even more experience for that specific set. So this is how it works. Outside of the forge, you have also the same feature for the jewelry. If you go here, you need to use these materials if you want to craft some jewelry. Every time you craft 1 time, you get 1 experience here, and the higher the level, the higher the chance you have to craft some rarer rings, earrings, and necklaces. And you can spend also your gold dragons, but this is just if you want to go more pay to win, if you want to progress faster. I don't recommend to do that. As you can see, I have a lot of golden dragons, and I'm saving these because you can use them to refill your stamina and do more content, and this is better to me than just upgrading your jewelry here. You can unlock jewelry better quality later through completing some quests beyond the world expeditions, so doesn't matter. Then you can enhance them, like you just need to pick the one you want to enhance, come here, and you can just put some others, and you will get some more levels, more stats here. You can recast your jewelry. If you go here, if you have some duplicates, you can select another one, and if you are doing so, you are getting a more enhancement level. Here I got the level 12, so I'm getting better stats given by that necklace. And as for the reforge system, you can change the random effects given by your jewelry. For example, let's select this one, and you need this powder, same as for the gear. You can purchase some materials, and generally I'm always doing that if I can afford it, because this is very important if you want to craft some more, or you need to complete some echoes if you want. So you will be able to craft some more, so let's just craft that. I can craft it 1 time, let's see if I'm getting lucky, and I got a green one. So that was all about the jewelry. Now let's talk about the skills of your character. So they are unique to the class, specific to the class. So here, for example, I have the shoulder charge. I'm gonna dash forward, and I'm gonna normally push the target, so I will have more days damage. So on the target you have different bars. You have the red ones, this corresponds to the HP bar of the target, and you have the gray bar below the HP one. It corresponds to the days gauge. And once you lower the days gauge to 0, you're gonna have a time to release a mighty strike attack, knocking back the target down, and you will have time to release more combos on the target. So this is very important to understand that mechanic. I'm gonna show that to you in the combat section of that video. So you have different skills. This one is gonna release a low days damage, so it's just releasing more attack power. You can apply a stun for 5 seconds on the target, so you will have more time to deal damage to him. So charge, stab, deal only more damage, really low days damage and no control. Riposte stance, it's if you can parry an attack, you will have a time to execute a special combo, dealing more days damage. This is the best thing you can basically destroy the entire gauge using that. This is an amazing skill that I love to use. You can ignite your weapon, and you have another gauge on the whites when you are beyond the wall. You need to use fire attacks to lower that gauge, otherwise you can't kill the target. Or you need to kill it twice, in fact. This is how it works. The first time it's gonna reduce the gauge to 0, and the second time you kill the target, it's gonna kill it directly forever. So this is what the Reforge increased on that skill. Increases attack power by 8.8% for 15 seconds after using the skill, so I'm gonna deal more damage by igniting my weapon. Or I get +1 here thanks to another Reforge. After casting the skill, a crit rate increases by 10% for 15 seconds. This is insane to increase your damage. So I got another one. I can pound the target, so put it on the ground, but unfortunately it's working only on small enemies. It's not working on beasts, elites, and boss enemies. This is the reason why I'm not using it generally. So you have a slash, and you have the boost morale to buff your team. So this is very, very interesting. So these are the active skills. You have also default skills, which are passives or combos. So here you have your 4 main combos. So 1 light attack, 2 heavy attacks, or 2 lights, 3 heavy, and stuff like that. And you have different effects here. For example, this one is a very fast one to execute. So you can deal some damage if you don't have time, for example, on a boss to execute a longer combo. But it has a very low days damage. So you're not gonna reduce the guard damage of the target. 10 rage gain. This one releases more attack power but medium days damage. Here medium days damage, and this one high days damage but less attack, and it takes more time to execute. And then you have other things that you can level up there. You can add some more effects to your skills. For example, you can have some valor stacks every time you're gonna attack the target. And you are gonna have fighting spirits, increasing the damage you are gonna release and stuff like that. Increases the damage of the combos, heavy combos only. You can put some burns on your combos, stuff like that, and you can increase by a lot the efficiency of your combos here. In my case, I increased a bit more this one because I have time to release it really often, so I feel like it's better to me, but I feel like I might change that later. Don't worry, apparently you can reset your combos, skills, and stuff like that every time you want for free without having to spend anything, without any condition. But for the traits, I'm gonna talk about that a bit later. It doesn't work for free past the level 30. So you can enhance your sneak attack because you can sneak attack enemies. You can increase the mighty strike damage. When you break the days gauge of the target, you can use your a mighty strike attack, knocking back the target down, so you have time to release more damage after that. You can parry linked attack. You need to unlock a certain trait if you want to unlock that. You have your sprint attack, dealing different damage. If you are using a light or a heavy attack, short evasion roll, quick dodge, or guard. And to enhance these, you need some specific books. You have these ones or these ones for the passive skills. You unlock these through exploring the map, leveling up, or doing some quests. You can't buy these. Then you have the trait tree. You have the same for the 3 different classes. So you have an attack one, a defense one, and a support one. The attack one, you're gonna increase your crit rate or attack damage, or increase your max rage, mighty strike damage, your crit rate here one more time, crit damage, or attack power, or the damage of your heavy and light attacks, or the damage of your ranged attacks and stuff like that. On the defense one, you can enhance your defense, HP, the guard, the damage, decrease the damage you take when you are guarding, or increase the rage gain. This one, very important if you want to use parry and parry links attacks, very important, and you have more stuff for your defense. And on the support one, I recommend to go for this one so you can craft your bolts, very important for your ranged attacks. It doesn't require a lot of materials, and some bolts are very, very important. I'm going to talk about that a bit later as well. You can increase the efficiency of your potions, increase your max rage, get some more rage gain and stuff like that. So this is very important, and these can be reset for free before you reach the level 30. After that, I don't know what you need to spend, maybe some golden dragons or stuff like that. I don't know yet. So now it's time for me to show you the combat system, and for that you have the training instructor here, and you can battle training. So try your character, everything you want, so you can equip that. Just go to training, and you are gonna have an NPC on which you can try your stuff. So for example, this one. So as you can see, he has a red gauge and a grey gauge. The red gauge corresponds to the HP of the target, the grey gauge corresponds to the day's gauge, and once it's empty, you are gonna be able to perform a mighty strike attack, putting the target down, and you will have more time to deal some combos. So he's releasing some basic attacks, sometimes some heavier attacks. You have basic attacks, yellow attacks, and red attacks. The yellow attacks, I can parry that because I have a sentinel set on my character, and if you guard right when he's attacking you, you are gonna perform a parry attack like that, and then your next attack is gonna deal more damage and deal a huge amount of damage through to the day's gauge on the target. Like you see, already broken. Now I can perform a mighty strike attack. I'm not forced to do that, but I need to do that before the gauge is empty again, and now he's on the ground and I can just perform more attacks. So this is the way to go. So I can perform another mighty strike attack, and you have some combos and skills that are dealing more damage to that gauge. So for example, I'm just gonna break it again, and you are gonna see what I'm talking about. So I crafted some bolts that are dealing days damage. So let's check that. If I use the bolt, did you see that? Very, very interesting. So then you can parry your attacks, but you're gonna take some damage through your guard. As you can see, I'm taking only 1 damage because this is a training, but normally I should take more. And you can't guard the yellow and red attacks normally, but if you are using a sentinel set on your character, you will be able to parry and guard the yellow attacks, but not the reds. So here you can do 1 dodge, like that, quick dodge, or you can roll to go faster, but you can roll only 3 times. Then as you can see on the bottom right corner, it's in cooldown, and I need to wait before being able to roll again. So you have your combos. Sometimes enemies are gonna attack very fast, so you just need to put your combos. You can parry and dodge or parry, and you can perform your attacks later like that. So you have time. So this is how it works. So if you are on a boss, for example, he's gonna attack you, just dodge one time, continue dodge behind. Sometimes dodging behind the target is better, because if you go behind, because if you go this way, you won't be in range to attack, but if you go behind, you will have time to attack. And if you dodge at the right time, you are not gonna take any damage at all, and this is just the bait thing to do like that, so you can continue your combos. And this is basically how is it gonna work. Okay, for that. Then there are more things to power up your character. Okay, so these are the house sigils, for example. You can unlock some by doing some content in the game for free. You can purchase some in the shop. Okay, every time you get a new one, you get some more stats. For example, this one is giving to me 20 attack power, and every time you get some extra copies, you can increase the level, giving some more stats as well, more momentum. And you have that section as well, in which you will unlock more of these, and it's just for your momentum. You need to put your strongest sigil in the middle, the one that gives to you more sigil, more momentum, and then you have some houses that are allied to this one. So you can see the green path here. It means that this one is going to provide to me more momentum, a bonus momentum. If it was a red, it would give me less. So just put your best ones here. So this is how it works. And after upgrading some sigils to the maximum, you can have some of these tokens and buy more things as well. Then you have your artifacts that you can unlock through your expeditions. I'm going to talk about that right after. You have this one for free at the beginning. Then I was able to get this passive one. You have some active ones and passive ones. The actives are providing to you an extra skill that you can use in battle. This one lasts for 20 seconds, for example. It's increasing my attack power by 25% and restoring my HP by 1.8% of damage deal. So I have some life steal. This is an amazing one, especially beyond the wall, because you can't use your potions. And you have extra attack power effects here. These are passive things that you can gain just after unlocking the artifact. The passive one is just gonna provide to you extra passive stats here. And you can enhance them here using some basic materials that you can acquire through the game, through the events, through the quests, stuff like that. And you can also purchase some in the shop. But it's more a PvE game, so is it pay to win? I'm gonna talk about that a bit later one more time. So you can enhance that using these materials, and the materials are gonna differ depending on the artifact. Here, as you can see, they are different. So you have the enhance here. Every time you enhance your artifact, you are gonna get some more enhancement, and you get some extra stats. But it's gonna lower the durability. When it reaches 0, you can't enhance it anymore, and you need to restore the artifact durability. And for that, you need to use these that you can get for free by completing some quests for free in the world, or you can purchase some through the shop. Not using only premium currencies though, you can purchase some using other currencies in the exchange shop. I will talk about that a bit later. You can refine it if you got multiple copies of it, and this is what happened to me. I got this one twice through an expedition, so this one is now giving to me plus 12.5% attack power. Very, very nice. You have more stats to unlock here, and you don't have many different artifacts so far, so it's easier to obtain duplicates and upgrade these. So that's all about the advancements. Then you have the research. You unlock that after the refinements. So more things to help you in your journey. And then you have the artifact codex. So you have all these artifacts in game at the moment. The active ones are here, and the passive ones are there. So if you acquire multiple times the same one, this is because you don't have multiple different ones in game at the moment, okay? So that was all about the artifacts. Now let's just talk about the different sections you have in the game. For the Messenger Raven, you are going to complete a quest and unlock that later, so you can access things directly here. So you have the expeditions. So these are the expeditions. You have this one at the beginning, you unlock this one later, and I don't remember. You can unlock the expedition number 3 after purchasing the monthly pass, if I remember. You just have a bonus, more rate to acquire rarer artifacts. So you have up to 3 workers that you can put inside of here. And here on the right, depending on the workers, you are going to put in here, depending on their efficiency. I'm going to show that to you right after. You are going to have more chance to drop a better loot during the expedition. So here, 1% chance if I click here to get an incredible expedition. So the workers are going to increase that bonus. The mines are giving to me plus 0.33%, which is not a lot, but still helping to get some more rewards. I can't get legendary artifacts yet. I need to do more expeditions to increase the level here, so I'm gonna have more rates later. So 70 times 70 expeditions to upgrade to the next level here, and it's independent to the other expeditions you have. So you can put up to 3 workers here. The more you put, the higher the rates you're gonna have. You can put only 1 to run an expedition, and you have different things that you can select here. So if you wish, I'm just gonna claim the rewards. So this is what I got. I wasn't able to get a very rare stuff. Gold ore, I don't know what to craft what I need that. Maybe legendary gear. So I can auto assign my workers one more time. I can select whether I want to use this one, the normal one. You can use it an unlimited time. You just need to wait 8 hours before it ends. Then you need to use that if you have some. You are going to complete that directly, and it corresponds to 10 expeditions directly. So this is what I'm going to do. You have the detail of your workers here. The higher the rarity of your worker, the higher the stamina and the stats you are gonna have. So these ones have a better efficiency on expeditions. These ones are not that great, but I just use them to complete that. Just gonna remove them. I'm gonna go with that. You see, the difference is not that high. So let's start the expedition. So you just have that animation, it's never changing. Then it's over. And you can claim the rewards. And I got one more time the cloak. So I can upgrade that one more time. This is great. So let's reassign it. And I got 10 more experience because it's corresponding to 10 expeditions. So let's redo that one more time. Claim the rewards. No artifacts, but more things to enhance my artifacts. And by the way, I got some artifact piece that I can use in the exchange shop to buy other stuff. So let's use this one as well. I can do 11 more to progress that. Let's see what I get. Oh! A new one? The sword of the notorious smiling knight of the Kingswood Brotherhood left damage in his... yeah, whatever. Wow! 2 in a row! Okay guys, I was super lucky for the video. Very, very nice. 2 legendary artifacts and 2 blue ones. Legendary epic ones. This is insane, the luck I had here. And I got less than 1%. It can work. So let's auto assign them. No, I want to remove him. I just want to use these 2 here. Now I need to wait 8 hours, or I can complete that directly using the golden dragons, but I don't recommend to do that. Or using some of these that you can acquire some for free, or buy some to progress faster. Or here, let's claim the reward. I got only a few things, and let's claim the reward here. 33% chance. 4 gold, or I got more of these on that expedition. That is absolutely random, as I was saying before. Now, you can hire workers. If you have some that you don't want anymore, you can go through the manage workers section and you can just dismiss them just by clicking on that button if you want a better rarity. But before doing that, let's just go to the tavern so you can check which ones you have here. This one is wormwood. I thought it was sweetgrass to craft potions. Whatever. Here, got some chickpea, better stuff probably, so I'm gonna dismiss the one I have. Manage workers. No, 80 for the artifact expedition. I'm gonna save this one. And the other one is working already, so then you can manage production with your workers. So for example, I assign these 2 here. I get some sweetgrass thanks to the first one. And this one is gonna give to me some brown coal, so I can craft some firebolts. They are dealing a crazy amount of damage, so see, if you are struggling versus a boss, these are amazing for that. So let's just put these ones again so I can craft some more. And where is the one crafting some sweetgrass? There we go, so I can craft some more potions. And I'm gonna put this one as well, so I can craft some more buffs for my characters. So then you have the manage trade. You can exchange some resources to buy some others. But for now, I'm not doing that. It depends on the potions you want to craft to enhance your character. So you can enhance the level of your estate here. You need some of these materials. Yeah, I purchased the premium pack of the game, so I got some more of these. So I was able to purchase more level on my different stuff here, so I can craft some better weapon, but it's useless for me now because I don't have the materials, I don't have the progression, and just over time you're going to unlock that, so it's absolutely useless, but it's just a bit better for the expeditions, because after upgrading the manor management, you can hire up to 8 workers instead of 6, and you unlock that on level 5, and you need the estate level 20 to unlock that. So then you have the workshop here, in which section you can craft some potions to buff your character. For example, this one is going to give you 100 rage directly, 3 minutes of cooldown, and you need these to craft that. Or you can enhance your max HP 30% more, or attack power 10%. You have some better ones. These ones, for example, increase the damage deal to human enemies by 30%. You have the equivalent for the whites and for the beast enemies. Then you have better quality items, raise consumption decreased by 80% and stuff like that. Very good ones to craft here as well, but you need way more stuff. And you need to wait 1 hour to craft that. And then you have the dye section. You can buy some dyes in the shop just in case you want to change the colors of your outfit. It's up to you to do what you want. You have the stable, in which you can equip your mount with the different gear you have. For example, at the beginning you have only this wonder horse, and you can equip your different things. You are gonna have different stats depending on the gear you equip on your horse. More speed, it's gonna accelerate faster, have more stamina and fall gauge. Just some comfort, I would say. Talking about the collectibles, by the way, you have a lot of things, a lot of ingredients that you can find in the world. So for example, here I am on my secondary character, and I am just gonna gather that. You see, I'm getting some sweetgrass. I am here with that character. Now I'm just gonna log out, go on my main character. I'm at the exact same position at the moment. And as you can see, the grass is still here. So if you need some sweetgrass or anything that you can gather on the map, just do that with all your 3 classes, and you are gonna get some more stuff to craft. Everything respawns after 24 hours, if I'm not mistaken, and there are some spots where you can get some HP recovery flasks. For example, if I go here, I know a few, I might make a video talking about that in detail, but here you have that HP tincture restock, and you can get it 1 time and it's gonna replenish after 24 hours. You have the same for the bolts, and you can gather everything you have in the world every 24 hours. So let's just gather everything with all your 3 characters. You're gonna have a lot of materials. So I'm back on my assassin character, and another thing, talking about the collectibles, as you can see in the air, you can find some crows. When you find a crow, try to reach its location. You are gonna find a hidden letter. Here, I don't know if it is glitched or not, because you can find the letters only 1 time per account. So you are gonna see the crows on the other classes, but you have no hidden letter. And you can check that on the map by clicking here. You have the exploration gauge, and you can claim some rewards for every single character. So do that, you are gonna have many things, and as you can see, I can't find the lost letter again, even if I am on my second character. And every crow is gonna give you some of these currencies, the tributes that you can spend in that shop, so the more you find, the better. Okay guys, that's all I had to say about that. Then you have some quests to complete, you have some main quests, some side quests, you get a lot of experience by completing them, so let's just complete every single quest you find on the map. You can track 1 quest at once, you have the side quest, you have the estate quest, you have the artifact quest. We don't have any for now, maybe I'm gonna unlock some later. So basically, to talk quickly about the story, you are a bastard coming from a house that is not existing in the real series of Game of Thrones. The house Tyre, living at the Renown's Rest here, and your 2 brothers died during the Red Weddings with the Starks. You're loyal to the Stark house, and you just want to, your father wants to legitimate you, so he's gonna give you a letter that you need to give to the Boltons. Yes, you're gonna meet the Boltons, Ramsay and Roose Boltons. They are gonna ask you to do a couple quests, and after that you are gonna need to reach King's Landing to give the letter to the king. So you're gonna meet Cersei Lannister, and you're gonna meet Varys and Jaime Lannister. This is pretty cool, and King's Landing looks great. That was very, very nice to see that in that game. And so this is basically the main story. So it takes place right after the Red Weddings. And you have the whites that are getting more aggressive, and you encounter them for the first time. And this is great because you have some expedition beyond the wall and stuff like that. I'm going to talk about that a bit later. Now let's talk about the different things you have on the map. So you have different encounters. You have the camps in which you can get some crafting materials at the forge. And you can get some basic gear as well, some experience, and these that you can use in the exchange shop. You have the beast providing you some rare materials to craft better quality weapons, but these are very, very rare. I never had any epic one, so I can't imagine the rate to drop a legendary one. This is insane. And you have more stuff as well that you can get to get more stuff in game. You have the echoes. You need to complete them to obtain some materials to craft some jewelry. You have the hideouts. You need to complete these to get some of these to craft jewelry as well. You can get a very nice piece of gear inside if you're lucky. More North token. You can get a jewelry directly, more experience. So then you have these that you can... So then you have these events that you need to complete only one time. You're gonna have some murals, and this is just a kind of puzzle game, really fast to complete. The more you progress, the harder it's gonna become, the more interesting, I mean. So you will unlock some skill points after completing these. You have these that you need to complete every day, one time per day, if you want to get an attack power increase and a rage consumption decrease as well, very important. You have multiple ones to complete, so you need to do that daily if you want to increase the stats of your character. Then you have the dungeon here. You have 4 at the moment. So you have the Blue Cockatrix, level 7, and you need a 7,200 momentum. It doesn't mean that you are gonna clear that super easy, but if you are doing the party matchmaking, generally stronger players are coming to help because they are getting some rewards as well, and this is great for them. Then you have this one, level 16, 19,000 momentum required. Then on level 25, this one, but you need 34,000 momentum. And then finally the last one, 63,000 momentum. And the fights are very, very, very amazing. The fights are great, it looks amazing, the enemies are hard to beat. If you don't have the right team, if you don't have someone to carry you, these are great. And you have great rewards inside. You can select your wish reward. You are not guaranteed to obtain it. You can select whether you want a weapon or a piece of gear and the set you want, but you are locked here. So these are the sets you can get, and you're guaranteed to obtain it. You can get it if you're lucky, or you have some guarantees after 8 attempts. And to claim the reward, you need to spend your stamina here. You need to spend 25 RP. So, good luck! Then you have another dungeon there. That you will unlock in the second zone of the gift past the level 20 when you come back from King's Landing. I'm just gonna enter the dungeon. So you have multiple stages. The momentum is gonna increase, so the difficulty is gonna increase as well, and you are gonna get a lot of rewards after completing these, and especially if you can clear with the different stars. So this is very nice. Here, for example, I missed it. I needed to clear that within 2 minutes. So this is a bit bad, but I'm gonna retry that later. Then you have the Beyond the Wall expeditions, and these are amazing. You have 3 different stages. So you need to be level 20 for the first one, 30 for the second one, and 40 for the last one. And you can acquire a lot of things here. By completing it, you need first to spend 60 RP, and you can get a lot of things to craft some jewelry. You have some blue ones here, and past the level 30, you can get some purple ones. And you have some of these tokens that you can spend in the shop to purchase a better gear as well. So let me just explain to you quickly how does that content work. This is my favorite one so far. You have such a diversity between the fights, the encounters and stuff like that. This is so great. So first of all, let me push myself because I'm hiding the stuff here. So as you can see above my head, there is a cold gauge. In fact, the longer you're gonna stay in the areas, the more the gauge you're gonna feel, and you will have some debuffs over time after reaching some stages. So you need to clear the areas as fast as you can. During the encounters, every time you're beating an encounter, terminating an encounter, you are getting some enhancement that you can choose one between three. For example, this one increases attack power and defense by 20%, recovers 25% of max HP, and gains 50 rage upon entering a stage beyond the wall. This is very important because you can't use your potion in that content, so the lifesteal thanks to your gear is your set is very important, and these are very nice too. Otherwise, you can get some dragon glass after completing some stages that you can spend on shops, unique shops you have in that content to heal your character and buy other stuff as well. So this is how it works. You can have some buffs increasing your damage to white enemies or wildling enemies or beast enemies, or damage through your skills, or gain more rage and stuff like that. So these are the buffs I have. For example, you have your ambition here. This is the lives you have for that content. When you die, you are losing 1 heart, and when you have 0 heart and when you die, you just lose the expedition. You have to retry everything. Okay, so you have different paths to follow, different encounters. For example, this one, I have a beast encounter inside, so I will need to kill some beasts, and I will have that after clearing that stage. On the right, if I go here, I have some whites giving to me a bit more dragon glass, because this is the second area. On the left, I have some more whites. In the middle here, some whites as well. If I go there, I'm gonna encounter some wildlings, and you have some of these where you have some challenges. In fact, this is just you are gonna find an encounter, and you will have the choice between 2 different things. Sometimes you're gonna have some buffs, sometimes you're gonna have some debuffs, or sometimes you're gonna get some bonus items or stuff like that. This is how it works. And finally, you have the trees, and here, in fact, it's a kind of shop in which you can spend your dragon glass to buy some potions or heal your character. Here, for example, I lost a lot of HP, so if I can find a potion inside of it, generally it doesn't cost a lot, I can probably heal. Or I can enhance the effects of the buffs I already have on my character, and this is how you progress through that content. Okay? And at the end, you have a boss. I never did that yet, so I can't tell you if it is hard or not. And remember that this is the first level difficulty of the expedition, and I'm already struggling a bit. I'm level 22, 23 at the moment, 34,000 momentum right now. This is very nice. Every single encounter is almost different. You have so many different missions. Sometimes you need to sneak in the blizzard to escape from the blizzard, and be very careful not to aggro the monsters. Or sometimes you need to help your brothers from the crows, or just find some things and stuff like that. This is very nice. I love that content. And then you have some camps. I don't have any on the map at the moment, but you have some camps that you need to liberate, and when you liberate the camps, you're gonna have great stuff, like things that you can use like that to extend your inventory. You can get a lot for free, and you can acquire some for free in the shop as well. So let's talk about that quickly. Let's go in the shop. Support convenience. You can buy them using your golden dragon here. So you're gonna get more space in your inventory and equipment inventory. So don't feel forced to spend if you want to increase your inventory capacity. You can do that for free. Then, still talking about the inventory, you have different sections here. You have your consumables, you can craft them. You can craft the potions through your inventory if you are not in combat, using your sweet grass. For example, here I would need to use 8 per potion. You can find some items, by the way, same as your inventory, to increase the capacity of your potions, and bolts as well. You can craft the bolts. Here I'm always doing that. Fire bolts are great. You're going to release an insane amount of damage, dots on the enemies. These ones are great because you can break the days gauge of the target using these. And you just need some of the ore. You have that everywhere in the game. So I have an accident. I've never missed some. So this is great. And so you can craft AoE range attacks, but you need some special materials that you can acquire through farming. It requires a bit more time. And you can equip these on your shortcuts here. Okay, so I covered all the different contents. So now it's time to talk about the shop, I guess. So if I go in the shop, is the game a pay to win or not? First of all, this is a PvE game for now. Or maybe I haven't reached the final end game and maybe we are gonna have some arena stuff like that, I don't know. But you can clear the entire content without spending anything and you are gonna have a great time. I spent 30 hours without spending anything, and right after, because I enjoyed the game a lot, I decided to spend a bit to purchase the biggest pack, Founders Pack, so I got a bit more golden dragons and stuff like that, and about only the monthly subscription here, so I got some more slots inventory, and I can claim these rewards daily, 30 recharge for the RP, so farm a bit more daily, and allows to use 3 expeditions instead of 2. Yeah, this is not changing many things. Maybe in the future I'm gonna consider buying that just because I'm a big fan of the game for now, just to get some extra custom cosmetics. Here you get these for free daily without purchasing anything. You have some convenience. Once you purchase the early access, you can buy these. So very important, this one, so you can reduce the cost of the fast travel by 100%. You will spend nothing to fast travel, and you can fast travel directly through the map. You don't need to reach a signpost to reach another one. And you will have 1 more HP tincture, projectile capacity increased by 1 as well. So this is very cheap and very interesting to take. And this one very nice as well. So you can use the Messenger Raven. It doesn't cost a lot. This is the equivalent of €1.50. So the only thing you need to buy in game, in fact. Then you have decorations everywhere. You don't have any extra stats. Just for the speed of the mount, the acceleration and stuff like that. Otherwise you don't have any. You have some packages, so as I told you, I bought the Founders Pack, the Ultimate one. You have some achievements. This is the second thing I bought. Not this one, the Estate. So I could purchase more stuff to upgrade my estate and have better workers. So these are the things to hire better workers. By the way, I will be able to get another purple. So it's just a convenience. So you have more chance to loot better artifacts. Then I don't feel like this is that pay to win. You are gonna progress faster, as I said before. In comparison with other predatory mobile games, this one is really not pay to win, trust me. So then here, with these you can buy some house sigils, so you can get more stats buying these directly, but you can obtain these later just by farming the game. So at one point you are gonna get stuck, I suppose, and you can buy it only 5 times, but you get 30, so you're gonna have more momentum and power. So on that, yeah, I can agree, it is pay to win. You have stuff to increase the efficiency of your artifacts as well, to reinforce the durability as well. You can purchase the things to change the stats you have, the substats you have on your equipment. And then you can purchase that using your copper, but save your copper, this is not worth it. And you have other stuff as well. And then you have the special shop in which you can buy things using your golden dragons or sometimes your copper. Sometimes it's interesting to buy some things in here. If you need some copper, you can purchase some if you need to, or you can purchase some of these using your golden dragon. I don't recommend to do that, but sometimes you have some materials to upgrade your estate, and I did that daily. So then you have the exchange shop in here, in which you can purchase extra things using your tribute that you can acquire through finding the hidden letter in the world. So you can take more things to craft your jewelry, or buy more copper if you want some, or buy things to refine your artifact and stuff like that. And you have more space in your inventory as well, you can purchase that here, so do that. The royal favor, you can get some by purchasing the monthly subscription. You have more things to buy, a premium cosmetic if you want, or other things like a legendary jewelry. You are not forced to obtain these, you just have a few rates to drop some. You can have some blue, purples before. It's another pay to win thing, I suppose. You can buy that 3 times a month. And you have some emotes, decorations for your avatar and avatar frame, more enhancing materials. The regional currency, you get these by completing some events on the map. And I would recommend to save for these first to unlock another house sigil board so you will get more momentum. Then you have the reach, but I'm not here yet. And the artifact pieces, you get some through the expeditions and you can buy some more stuff in here as well. So I covered everything in here. Then you have the battle pass, another thing that you can purchase. You are gonna get way more materials here after completing some quests. So this is interesting, not very expensive to get it. So if I want to recommend two things to buy in the shop, the monthly subscription and the battle pass, only these two things. You're gonna have some more of these and so you will be able to buy more things in the shop as well. So this is worth your spendings if you enjoy the game. Very important for your progression, you need to check the daily missions, complete that daily, make sure that you are completing that daily because at the end you get some golden dragons, 15 a day is very nice, and your weekly missions as well. You have your missions in here to complete, the best way to acquire some resources, so make sure that you are completing everything in here. You get a lot of golden dragons as well, so complete that. Then you have your explore tab if you want to find some things, if you need these materials or anything that you can find it directly. You have the challenges, you can find them directly as well. So everything is written in here if you need to find something. And finally you have the achievements to get some more copper. Just complete all the stuff in here and you will get richer. You have some events that you need to complete and you can acquire another mount here, the Greyhorn, after 7 days. You have this one that you need to complete, 3 daily quests. And the Lord's Value, after reaching a certain amount of momentum, you're gonna have an epic artifact and that to get more expeditions. Then you have your alliance. I joined one in the past, but you're limited to 15 members. Or maybe it can be increased when you upgrade the level of your alliance. I don't know yet. I reached the level 2 with my previous alliance. I was participating. I donated 15,000 copper a day and I got fired because my progression was not enough. This is very, very sad, but it happened to me. So you can join one, you have some missions to complete and you can get some tokens that you can use to spend in the family, in the alliance shop. I probably need to join one then. Let's just join the Northmen. I want to join, I was in this one. The Stark. Let's just try to join again the Starks. See if they are gonna accept me again, I don't know. So you have your friend list here. You don't have any sign-in rewards through the friend list. They are just friends that can come to your help if you ask for them to help. So just search for them and do whatever you want. You can do a party if you want to progress easier. You can play with some friends, or you can play in the dungeons with the party, and it helps a lot. Then you have your the ranking here. So I'm currently the top 7%. I'm level 22. The best player is level 33 at the moment. You can check the detail of the player. So this is the guy. You can check his progression. So he has tier 4 weapons already. He's using mostly blue and purple ones. He has a legendary necklace, legendary earrings, legendary rings. So he probably spent a lot to refill the jewelry crafting, or maybe he pushed the expedition beyond the wall, I don't know. So you have the momentum, top 11 at the moment. This is very low, I need to work on that. The content progression. You have some ranking rewards, by the way, on the content progression. So you get these, I don't know, maybe once a week, I guess. You have the same for the world event. Dragon Slayer, we have only this one for now. You have the ranking reward here. You have the Altar of Memories, the 4 bosses. And depending on your timer, you're gonna get in the ranking and you get more rewards as well. So you can get some potions to reset the reforge effect of your gear. You have the same for the Beyond the Wall expeditions. For the 3 different stages, you get these rewards. And the Wormwalks, no one finished that yet. You need a crazy gear and momentum, I suppose. So let's talk about the stamina now. You can refill your stamina using your golden dragons. The first time it's gonna cost 40 of these, then 80, then 120 all the time, I suppose, or maybe 180 on the next ones. I don't know yet. So you can get some more during doing your quests. I recommend to save these until later in game, so you're gonna have better rewards using your RP. If you want to get some more progression, experience, stuff like that, use your RP, use your stamina refill. So you, by completing quest events, you are gonna get a progress faster. I recommend to do that. Once you don't have any RP anymore, you can just go and try to find a group of enemies giving some experience. They are giving only a few, but it can help. They are giving some items that you can sell, maybe sometimes some potions. And normally here, in that location at the north, you have the God's Haven. I'm gonna do a video on that, but you can just go here and kill all the enemies, but leave one enemy alive, then log out, log in the game again, talk to the NPC again, and redo that. They are giving to you 24 experience per enemy killed, 48 experience for the elite guard, and you are getting 2 potions and some items that you can sell for more copper. So if you lacking some RP, just repeat that. I'm pretty sure that later I will find some better ways to progress, but this one is pretty cool. So now the bad things are the RP system. It's not allowing you to farm all your gear as you would like to, but you just have so many activities. Like I spent 40 hours and I never went out of RPs because there are so many things to do with the side quest, the main quest, and the exploration, the hidden letter to find and stuff like that. Just don't focus on your RP, continue the quest, progress, explore, craft the things, and for now it's not an issue. Okay, maybe later it's gonna become an issue once everything is gonna be completed, but after 40 hours this is not an issue to me. Still talking about the RP, when you are switching your class and playing with another character, your RP is linked to your account. So if you use all your RP with one character, you won't have these RP with your secondary characters. So if you are planning to get a weapon for your main character, if you want to have the same weapon on your second character, this is not possible. As I showed you before, the equipment, the gear, and the weapon is linked to the class you are using at the moment. Something that is a true issue for me, that boss here. The rates are terrible. Like, you need these if you want to craft an epic or a legendary weapon, a tier 2 only, and this is so freaking hard to get some. So this is another bad thing about the game in my opinion. The rates to drop these legendary items, and you have the same rates when you are completing the dungeon here. To obtain the wish reward, you have a guarantee after 8 attempts, but 8 times 25 RP. I don't know if it is worth it though. So now it's time to talk about the worst part of the game, according to me. So for that, I'm just gonna go to Winterfell. Here, you are gonna see that directly. I fucking hate that. This is so bad. Like, I don't know if they are planning to change that, but look at that. Already, can you tell me what I'm talking about? Okay, didn't see it? I'm gonna advance a bit more in the castle and you are gonna see. Just going here. Can you tell me? Do you have it? Most of the secondary NPCs have the same design, like the same outfit and the same face. Like they have a very nice character creation tool, but all the NPCs have the same face. So here, exact same face, and you have 8 characters in a row with the exact same face. And you have that all the time. And this is so bad because when you are doing your side quest, every single character will have the same face all the time, almost. You have only maybe 10 different faces on the different regions. For example, here in the north, I spent like 25 hours in that zone and I encountered only 10 different faces. Like, this is just ridiculous. Sometimes they have a different outfit with the same face, but look at that. One more time, they are together and they have the exact same face. I hate that. And this is very, very sad because the game is rich. I mean, in terms of level design. Do we say that? I don't even remember the technique term, but the towns are amazing. You have such a level of detail, like you have many objects on the ground and everything is different. In every single town, everything is gonna be unique, or almost, and this is so great. Like the immersion in that game, thanks to that, is amazing. But the same faces again and again on the characters is just breaking the immersion of the game, and I hate that so much. I hope that they are going to work on that later. This is just an early access, so maybe they are going to change that. I hope that this is not a technical issue, that they haven't done that just because they need to reload multiple different objects and then it's going to just put the FPS go lower. I don't know. I hope that they can fix that because this is insanely bad. Something more now, and that time I'm going to talk about the graphics. When you are in the first zone here, the first zone is absolutely beautiful. Like, even if the graphics are not that great, the first zone is great. I loved that. So just need to load the texture, and after that, when you have a lot of snow everywhere, it's kind of hiding the bad textures, right? So the first zone was looking better than the north. Here, some of the towns are great, but when you go maybe in that zone, let's just check that. Then the graphics here, you can see all of the bad things. Like here, you have the same trees everywhere, the same rocks with bad textures, and everything looks weird, in fact. This is not beautiful. Okay, this is tend to be a mobile game later. The graphics are still great for me, but there is another thing that I absolutely hated. Let's go to King's Landing. Something that I loved and something that I hated. Look at that town. This is just super beautiful. But the problem is that I met the Varys and all the main characters, and the face of Varys was absolutely disgusting. That wasn't close to the real face. Oh, and there is something more that I would like to say, something more that I really hate in that game, but this is mostly because it's an early access, I guess. The quests, main quest and side quest, have a really good voice acting behind, and I love that, but some of the quests have no voice at all on the dialogues, and sometimes it feels really bad because remember that every NPC have the same face almost, and this becomes very annoying, and it breaks the immersion in the game. And there is another thing about the dialogue. Sometimes you can encounter a very high delay between two dialogues, between two sentences of someone, and it can be very annoying just because you can't skip very fast the dialogues if you want to go to the next sentence or stuff like that, and I do hate that. But it's probably gonna be fixed as it is an early access at the moment, so we'll see. Alright guys, this is where the video is gonna end, at King's Landing. Look at that beautiful piece of art here. I love that. Even if one more time the graphics are not the best ones, you can find some great things like that in the game, and I appreciate that a lot. So guys, let me know what did you think about that game in the comment below. Let me know if you're playing it, what class you are playing, where are you in the game, what's your level and stuff like that. Are you enjoying it so far? Are you struggling to beat the content? Let me know everything in detail in the comment below. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, don't forget to share the video with your friends and family. And have a really nice day, take care, and see you on the next video. I'm planning to make some guides and stuff like that. And I hope you are going to enjoy that, guys. Have a really nice day. See you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.